Oh,
Hi.
we're live. Welcome in, everybody.
I would like everyone to the last conversation we had in chat.
No.
Last conversation before we had make a sanity roll because that was just.
No,
It's a fun thing to get to hear sometimes
like
from
that.
other people.
No,
Other
you don't need
people
to.
like to tell you their weird things.
and it's often right as we go live.
Exactly.
Right as we go live. So, hi, we're back. This is our 4th episode of Master Nyarlathotep, our Call of Cthulhu mega campaign with our Cthulhu crew, which I don't know how long we're going to survive, but hey, we're trying. Yeah, not everybody here today. Reasons. That's the benefit of having a 6-player group, is that we can have 2 people off and still be able to effectively play. Call of Cthulhu is not a game where having more people is a massive benefit. There's no action economy. You can have more diverse skills, sure, and more specialities in areas, but still, it's all just about the role playing anyway, which we're doing a heck of a lot of.
We love that RP.
Yeah. Not complaining. I'm loving it too. So we have 4 players today. We have our amazing GM or keeper. We have Syrinscape in the background. We're going to be going through the Master of Nyarlathotep specific campaign Syrinscape sounds for today's episode, as well as probably a few others. What else is there?
Forgetting something.
There's always the donations, we should forget.
I was actually going to say the wonderful video music was done by Lorian Ross.
Yes. So Lorian Ross has been with us for over 3 years now. He's been with us since we started, and that amazing 1920s jazz tune in the opening credits is opening movie introduction thingy is from Lorian Ross. MrLiveProducer made the rest of the movie with assets taken from our own photos and also from the actual campaign, brick of booklet.
It's all connected, literally.
Yeah, it's all connected. Anyway, you can help donate to the channel. Help the channel by donating. Every $1 per 100 bits gives a selected player essentially D6 luck. That luck is used, if you're not familiar with the game system, pretty much wherever we need to. If we just fail a roll, we can spend luck. If we fail a roll for a lot, we really want that roll to succeed, we can spend a lot of luck. And it's also the person with the lowest luck is the victim in a random incident. If there's random violence, a random accident, or a trap, etc., they're the target. So the person with the lowest luck is the victim, because they've run out of luck, essentially. If you donate, if you subscribe to the channel, we have not just the luck, but we also bring up an option to have everyone choose. Is it one person or everyone? I can't.
If it's a gifted sub, if it's a gifted sub, everybody gets the choice. If it's just a normal sub, it's just luck or sand.
Okay, so for a subscription, everybody has the choice between luck and sanity. Sanity is also very important because we're going to run out. It's a limited resource. Some have a lot more sanity than luck. Others have a lot more luck than sanity. If there's a gifted sub though, we have a third choice, which is an experience tick, which is also really important if we survive to the experience section to level up. Really experience. Because the higher skill, the harder it is to get that tick. So the easier it is to get that tick if you've got a high skill, harder to then get the experience. But if you have a low skill, it's really hard to get that tick to say I can level this up later. But easy to then level it up. So it's a balance
very
system.
easy. It's very easy to level up.
Yeah, it's a nice balance system. I like it. There's no optimization in Call of Cthulhu that I've seen, and I've had players try to gimp the system, and they still got their butt kicked by the system. It just meant having the combat character do do power checks, having the having the intelligent person go into combat. Yeah, it's a balance system. Anyway, let's get into everything. So do introductions. I think that's it.
Yep, introductions and player safety using X card system and all characters have filled out consent forms. As well, we want to make everyone crazy. We care about our players.
For the most part, yes.
The characters are going crazy, not the players.
Characters are going
Yeah, don't get me started. It's still relatively early for me.
They're all a little bit of me in every character. No, I'm just kidding.
A little bit of me in any character. What? Right, roll dice, bay. Anyway, who's first?
Well, you can start. You can.
Oh no, I usually do the end bit, so I can do the last week.
Okay, Phoenix.
Hi, I'm Phoenix. Today I am playing Alejandro Garcia, our explorer local guide, who's been out on a shopping adventure this last episode. And handed a very pretty mask.
Ah yes, that very, very pretty mask was given to Rosa. It's making everyone crazy. I love it.
Eon?
Sanity bombs are the best.
Hi, I'm Eon, and I play Sidney Tyson, our archaeologist and acquirer of difficult-to-obtain items, who was also on a chopping adventure, and a burning adventure, and a shopping trip. And she's eventually going to have to be sitting down alone in a tent, repairing said sanity bomb with a portable torch. What could go wrong?
I just want to point out that the acquiring difficult to get objects may actually have owners at the time of the acquisition. Just pointing that out.
Look, there's no difference between archaeology and theft anyway. The main difference is I don't shoot the person before I take it out of their home.
But you do know how to hide a body, and we've gone through this before.
Yeah. That doesn't mean I stole from them. Or it doesn't mean that it was because I stole from them.
With that, there's a lot to dig into here. There's
Karsh?
Yeah, there's a lot to go into. Caitlin?
Oh, hello. I'm Kat. I am your wonderful and often imperiled nosy nose, Aveline Baker. Right now, facing down the barrel of one very, very large vampire. So, wish me luck.
Hi, I'm Karsh the Goblin, and I'm playing Sergeant Jack Hunt, who is Nosey's bodyguard, also facing a fat vampire in the morgue of a hospital in Peru. This is not like the trenches at all.
Subtly different, I feel.
I mean, we weren't there. We don't know.
It's true. Yeah, I can't call back on my past 1920s experience. Let me stay on to myself. Commitment. No, it was different. It was different.
That makes every sense.
We need Mentirosa to help us with that.
And I think it's my turn now.
And while you're doing
okay. Well, while we're doing that, how's everyone been? Looking forward to your wonderful tormenting experience.
Oh, so excited.
I am MrLiveProducer. I will be your keeper for this evening. And yeah, it's definitely been interesting, this campaign. And it's like, no campaign last contact with player characters. I have learned that now. Yeah, but last week on Masks, our investigators, having found the dismembered head of Dead Mendoza in the bed of Aveline Baker, have a moment of clarity of Alejandro Garcia is contacted by the father of maggots, and using the information in this terrifying vision and his local knowledge, works out where the pyramid is that Larkin has taken them to. After a night of rest, some people in the hotel, others at home, we start a new day with news that the body that was found last night was found and taken to the hospital. I know, shock horror. So after splitting the party, which is something you should never do, especially because of Cthulhu, he has some shopping, and more shopping, and then visions of a terrible calamity around the world when a gift has an ulterior motive. Shock horror. While the shopping trip is happening, the other half of the team has found a dead body of the coroner being sucked dry and a large fat creature slowly stumbling towards them. Okay, and before we actually start campaign, I actually found a decent enough screenshot of what an actual cadaver is, a mummified cadaver would look like for you.
Oh, good.
Yes, so we're going to start today with some horrible, evil stuff.
I was just using theater of the mind, but I'm glad we can.
Oh, if I'm going to make you torment, I'm going to do it visually. So here you go. There's your lovely remains of the coroner.
Ooh.
And a nice little hole in the middle of the chest.
Oh, he's not looking too good.
No, not at all.
Can't imagine why, the Eldritch Horror thing eating somebody wouldn't look good.
Right.
Well, it's just like big giant spoons, like slipping up.
Yeah.
You know what?
A very, very big thick
More like
shape.
a straw.
Yeah.
It's more like a straw than a spoon. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. All right. So first off, Jackson Elias is readying his weapon. He has his gun ready and about to prep. What are you doing?
Shoot him! I would like to.
Can't hear you there, Karsh.
That was the plan, shooting.
Yeah,
Shooting.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
was gonna
So
stumble back in horror. That was my plan.
now, as I said this before we started stream today, running away is a perfectly viable option.
It's my plan. It's not only the plan A, it's plan B and C too. Running away.
And GTFO.
Yeah.
All right.
Planes
So
never work.
yeah, no, it never works. So again, turn tracker order. So select your token and then hit your turn tracker, please.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
You're not even that.
It's true. I'm not even a lover.
Mr. Lover.
Oh, sorry, that was dodge, not turn tracker. 1 second.
Where is the turn tracker?
Okay.
On your character sheet, it will be under.
I found it under combat. It's in the same that big
Area.
box.
Just make sure you click on your token first. Otherwise,
Yes.
it just starts spamming it in the chat as
Yeah,
I have
that's
done
fine.
so by accident.
There we go.
Sometimes you gotta let people know how
Okay,
fast
cool.
you are.
You got it?
Yeah. For some
Okay, that's
reason,
okay.
my sheet was on edit mode. And
That was probably me because I've been doing some work in the background.
Ooh.
Oh, I've got
Okay.
lots of stuff.
Sheets.
I got lots of stuff I've got prepped in the background. All right. So in that case, but since I actually need to have a separate character because I'm actually playing as Jackson Elias today.
Wait, you get to be the keeper and a player? That's
I
just
know,
cheating.
shock horror. Yes,
That's overpowered.
Double dipping.
I know. I'm a horrible person.
What am
I
I
didn't
doing?
actually get. Of course, got to set up during stream, but then didn't know if you're going combat or not. Because someone could have actually tackled Jackson because we're in a hospital, but no. Okay, we're doing this. Jackson and turn tracker. So plus 50 to that because he's got a ready weapon.
Plus 50
So yes,
to
he goes
mine.
first.
Okay, so he shoots first, or do I shoot first?
Did you have your gun prepped?
You said, well, I was going to.
Okay, so you're in that case. Then yes, you
I
get
will
your
wait
first.
for him to shoot first if he's looking to shoot
Okay.
first. That way I can blame him.
All right, so he gets his 45 revolver out, takes aim, and shoots at the Karasiri. And a failure. Oof. So
It is
Jackson
point blank
pulls out the
range.
weapon.
Oh, it
No,
might be.
point blank is
Was it like within 5 feet?
No, point blank.
Are you within
is...
12 yards of him?
Would that be point blank for that?
Yeah, it's 1/5 of your dexterity.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna. Okay, so that means he gets a bonus dice to that.
Oh, he needs it.
Oh, he needs it.
Come on,
I
show
hit-
me the money, Jackson.
Oh, number of dice one. Bonus.
Here's a picture. Here's what we're.
That's
Oh,
success.
just now. Normally, when approached with a gun, you would assume that people would actually try to dodge out of the way. He doesn't. He takes that damage.
That's never a good
And all right. Jackson. So now it's Miss Baker's turn. What would you like to do?
I
Having a gun run. Oh, that's right. You had your weapon run, so
Yeah.
Yep. So it's Mr. Jack Hunt, and your mic's down. Mic's off again.
Again. Sorry, I was just delaying till after someone else shot first, so I've got an excuse to shoot, that's all. But I do have my guns prepped, and I'm going to shoot. Of course, that's
voice is so low
guns,
today.
plural. Well, that's the idea. He's a deep voiced.
Oh, you went through second puberty. Okay.
Yes, and
It sounds like he has a bit of a cold from last time.
well, last time I reset my audio because I had an audio as the show started, and it didn't actually do this. But at least today I've got it working. Yes, I shoot twice. I'll shoot 3 times towards the Kalasari. This fat thing.
All right. So
Not
do
that
your first
fat is
shot.
a bad thing. I don't care about how big you are and how voluptuous you are. You're lovely, but he's a fat vampire.
He's a fat vampire.
Yes.
Yep. So I'll. Now, if you look at your weapon,
First shot
does
is
it
a
have?
benefit?
Yep. Yep. First shot is a bonus.
First shot's a bonus. Second shot's normal. Third is a penalty.
Yep.
That's the plan. So first shot. Success. We'll try for the bonus anyway. So 46.
Mm-hmm. That'll be
8 points
8.
of damage.
Nice.
Second one is flat.
All right. Oh, looking rough.
4 points of damage.
And with that,
Third shot. 'Cause
No,
even
you
if
got
he's
him.
down, I'm still shooting.
Oh, extreme! Oh,
It is a penalty
Extreme.
dice, though.
Ooh, that would be impale damage. So
Yes.
penalty
you
dice.
actually
Oh,
oh,
so
Still ma-
impale you
Still
would
hits.
double the damage, I believe.
No.
impale is full damage.
It's a penalty dice.
but it's yeah.
but you,
Not 5,
no.
it's 50.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, it's just a hard success.
So yeah, no, it's still a
Still a lot of
Yep.
damage.
It is a lot of damage.
Mhm.
And you would see. Actually, let me just do this quickly. Stupid thing. There we go. So it is currently lying dead in the mortician's office. Would you like to run away, or would you like to stay there and potentially deal with people running to see what the fuck was going on?
Aveline had her ears covered, looks over to the other two, and is like, "We should go, or we need to dismember this man quickly. We don't have much time, and I'm sure there's many
Can I get
gunfires."
everyone to roll me a Constitution check, please?
Well, we do have the places. Well, we do have like dismemberment stuff, like looking at the bone saws and everything, and it's like this is the place to do it, if anything. But
It is
I
the
think
place
it's
to
time
do
to
it,
go.
but it takes some time though.
Yeah, let's just go.
Can I just get a Constitution check, please, from everybody?
Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
hearty.
Mm-hmm. And there's a con for Mr. Elias. Okay. As you start to discuss about leaving the room, the best you feel a tickle in the back of the throat. Pretty much that's it. Have you ever smelt rancid fat?
Terrible.
Yep. The smell would actually knock you prone, Jack. It's it's chlorine. It's at the back of the throat. It's forcing you to actually potentially retch up your contents of your stomach and your breakfast.
Must gas again. Let's get the heck out of here.
Yep. So, for sake of expediency, Jackson and Aveline
We'll
grab
take 'em, yeah.
Mr. Hunt and drag you out of the room. And as you're about to, as you just about get to the stairs, to go upstairs, you see a nurse running the other way. Not actually chasing you, looks in to the room, yells Karasiri, and then runs off. So you're able to escape without no major issues, but you might want to leave relatively soon.
It's good that the locals understand that we just didn't kill someone, we killed a monster. And like,
oh no, they already knew.
They're not calling for the police or anything like that.
They already knew that it potentially Karasiri, so you just confirmed their suspicions.
I know if we ever go to Australia, if we shoot someone, we can't just yell bunyip and we get away with murder.
I agree. But
well, I hope.
You can try.
You might be surprised.
Would you like to try? I could always make a bunyip for you if you want.
No. Drop bear.
You sure?
Drop bear, go! Drop bear!
No. I don't
okay, so what do the current token? You're still going to be taking the next 20 or 30 minutes. You're going to be disadvantaged on dice rolls, as the smell is inside of you, and it just feels like it wants to claw itself out.
Even if you succeeded?
Oh no! If you failed,
just Jack. Okay.
Just Jack.
As much as I don't want to do this, can we go to a pot puree place, perfumes or flower shop?
You want to go back to the hotel?
Yeah, I would
Jackson suggests, you know what? This is getting over our heads. Let's go to a hotel, wait for the other people to turn up, figure out what's going on, and then we go and talk to talk to Larkin, because we need answers for this, and this isn't normal.
It's true. Especially, we need to regroup, and honestly, it behooves us to let our other compatriots know that there's potentially another party looking for us at the moment. Because I have no doubt, while impressive as those shots were, that this thing will not get back up.
I just want to say one thing. If we had some of those in the war, we would have absolutely won that.
I keeps on walking. I couldn't imagine some of the damage one of those would do.
Well, you just send them over the trenches and go that way type thing.
No, what you do is you get a pad of butter and throw it.
Yeah.
Ooh, butter. Food restrictions were a thing, remember? Anyway.
Yes. Anyway, so you make your way to the hotel, go downstairs, or do you go upstairs and re-clean yourself and all this?
Oh, I wash off the nasty, touching all this.
Yeah. Okay, and while that's all happening, what is Sidney and Alejandro doing? And Rosa, not being herself since looking at the mirror, potentially violent, and just slowly knowing that she understands that this ain't right.
Honestly, Sydney's just more in the position of going, all right, something's happened. We have everything that we were looking to get today. Did I find a metal worker who would be willing to try and carve those runes into the bayonet? I recall that there was supposed to be somebody around there that was going to be
Yeah, there is going to be someone around there. You show the metal worker the designs you want etched.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going through the things in the Golden Ward. Yep. Okay, I'm just going to do a flat DC of 50.
Then roll again.
No!
Can I spend my luck on that roll?
You want to spend that much luck?
Personally, yes. Realistically, no. So I know,
I mean, do you have 48 luck to spend?
I do, but I not as a just throw it away on something like that.
You show
So-
the metal worker the designs, the patterns. He's not used to the fine artwork of what's been happening. He tries on the first part of the knife, and instead of the nice script, it's like the Dremel or the etching material he's using has been blunted because it doesn't do this often, and it looks like scribble.
Sidney's basically going to look at this with like the "Are you kidding me?" like compares between the two things and going, "I'm not paying full price for half the job."
The merchant looks indignant because it's not normally what he would do. Looks at the writing, looks again, takes the knife back to the room, back behind the room, polishes it up, and all you really see after it's all done is just really tiny scratches. He's pretty much polished it back up, so it's not damaged. Now, he can try again if you want to push the roll, but it might damage the damage output of the knife.
No, basically what Sidney would do is she'd look at it and go, "Well, thank you for the attempt today. Do we have the copy of the... We have the paper copy of the script, right?"
Yes, you would have made a rubbing.
Yeah, because I know Jack also drew one, so could Sidney leave him with a rubbing and say, we don't have more time today, but would you mind looking these over, maybe giving a few practices in wood, and we might be back tomorrow?
I think it's
It will be an extra 50% if you're willing to do so.
You guys
That's not
will be-
pushing the roll for today. This is asking for the person to practice like you would a normal artisan with the actual item and offering to cover their expenses.
I would petition an advantage on the next roll.
That's
the
basically what I'm
that's what you're going to be doing, get an advantage in the next roll. However,
Yeah.
this is going to be in the city for the next day.
I mean, we don't leave for another 2.
Well, hopefully we don't leave in another 2.
We hopefully don't. Sydney is making the plan here in
All
case
right,
that
all
we
right.
don't.
All right.
Sydney
All
is
right,
not under
so
the
yeah.
assumption that we're burning down the city tomorrow. Or that
No, that
we
was
have
last
to
night.
flee.
That was last night.
We haven't seen.
We didn't burn down the city. It was fine.
We haven't seen our Russian for a while. She might have some more Molotovs ready.
I don't think we're seeing our Russian until she's had 48 hours to let the alcohol break down in her system, and then she'll wake up.
Got a bit of a detox to go through.
Okay, so
That was
yep,
how many
you
bottles of
leave
vodka?
the pattern. Oh, at least 2,
Yeah.
and not including
Yeah.
whatever was used as weapons. So, anyway, you leave the rubbing with the artisan. He looks at you, raises the eyebrow, looks at the patterns, and then agrees to your request. It says 50%.
Yep.
And since they fucked up so badly, they're not asking for a deposit.
Oh.
And they
Sydney,
cleaned up the work, so the knife is
Yep.
pretty much exactly how it is.
Sydney would, I redid the math afterwards. I realized that I didn't round properly, so I screwed up some of my math last time. She would leave him just like a little bit of a tip for that upon leaving. Just
I am
help sweeten the deal.
I am glossing over the accounting section because it's not a game of accounting, it's a game of Eldritch Horror, and I'm going to be doing that. But as long as you don't go too far over your spending limit for a day, I'm going to let it slide
Yeah.
for the moment.
Yeah.
Unless I deem it thematically appropriate.
Makes sense.
Isn't that fun? Isn't that the fun bit? So anyway, so Alejandro and Sidney and Mentirosa, do you eventually make your way back to the hotel, or there's a few more things you want to get done?
Oh my god,
I think
more
that,
shopping.
Oh
Well,
no,
that
more
was everything.
shopping. Okay.
so Alejandro, did you have anything? I think you said you had everything before. Rosa got everything. She got her extra ammo.
Yeah.
Sydney has many guns. You have many guns. Not as many as Jack, but
All right, you're all good? All right, so you make your way back to the hotel, and you all meet back up in the lobby of the hotel with everyone, and yeah. Jackson talks to the to Sidney and says, "Well, we've had a fun day. How was yours?"
Well, I hope we don't have to leave tomorrow. Jack, the metal worker was not as skilled as I had hoped. They're going to practice and try again tomorrow, and if need be, we'll pick you up an extra bayonet. But they were not able to get the work done today.
I said jeweler.
We tried. We went to the. Basically throws the blood-sigh bayonet towards Jack and goes, Jula is a metalworker. We went to the person to get it done. They messed up the design. They fixed your blade up. They're going to try again tomorrow, assuming we're still able to go to the market.
Why wouldn't we be able to go to the market?
I don't know. All I heard is that you three went to the hospital, and for some reason, Jackson is saying that you had a fun time, and possibly the most sarcastic tone I've heard since you opened your mouth.
Yeah, it stank, but oh yeah,
Yes.
And one of the thugs that I look around. One of the thugs that we came across the other night came after us again in the hospital.
Yeah,
Apparently
apparently
we only knocked them out and dumped them in the bushes.
Yes, he had a bit of a feast on the corner.
That is worrisome.
Yes, we were able to knock him out again pretty lethally, but I have reservations about whether or not that will take hold.
Lethally or loudly? Because was he still in
both.
mostly pieces? Was he still mostly in one piece?
Mostly in one piece. Unfortunately, I was unwilling to deal with repercussions.
That's a very smart.
And
that is a very smart decision in a public place.
The place just stank.
That too.
Oh.
They released.
That's most unfortunate.
Think of. Have you ever opened up like a can of bad tuna?
Oh,
now,
yes.
Think of that, but worse. But like age that, dry age it, and then maybe like vacuum pack it, leave it in the warmth, and then open it after a long period of time. That is the stench that permeates.
All right, so expired canned bacon in the desert sun. Understood.
Okay.
Yes, terrible.
Have you ever had Spam?
That's it. No, that's period. That's it. Is a Spam-like quality.
Yeah. So Spam, when you find Spam in no man's land, because like the other side has thrown it away because they just didn't want to eat it, and you're starving, and that's what you're eating. That's how bad it was.
I will admit I've not been in no man's land, but I do understand the reference.
So you've had Spam.
I have eaten many a thing in my time. I have been hungry.
I've had bacon, eggs, and Spam.
Yeah, it's spam, beans, eggs, and spam.
That's exactly where I was going. Thank you.
Yeah, I picked up what you're putting down. Yeah. So, I will say we probably at some point do need to confront Mr. Larkin about maybe whether he expected some supernatural occurrences on this voyage of his.
Well, I did pick up, we do have our receipts. I was going to stop by with any who were willing to come with me to claim them with him.
Oh, I'd be very interested to hear what this man has to say.
Most
Financially or otherwise.
I'm less interested as long as he's paying me.
Now, I have a good question, GM.
Hmm?
I remember something as a character that Rosa was told yesterday.
Hmm?
Rosa did not necessarily have a chance to share. Alejandro and Sidney were not close enough to hear, right? The conversation between the person who gave her the mirror?
Yeah, no.
It was private.
Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure if Rosa would have told us, but all right.
Oh,
never mind
Rosa's
then.
been catatonic for the last little
No,
bit.
I know. That's what I said. Rosa.
Yep.
No, I was trying to think if she would have had a chance to tell us, and I'm going, no, she wouldn't have. So
No,
that
she won't have.
that answers my question. Sad face.
But you would have seen the person actually. You could see what was happening, but you couldn't hear what was happening.
That's fair. You know, it was specifically there was an exchange you made. I don't know if it was one that had necessary relevance, but on how she acquired the golden mirror.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, let me see. All right. At the mention of your employer's name, they walk in.
Oh, hello, Mr. Larkin.
Ah, yes, hello.
Boss.
I hate to interrupt you so early, but have you seen de Mendoza? He's been rather curiously absent for the last few hours, and he normally brings me my medication in the morning, and yeah, the cravings and the itch has actually started again. So,
You're on
do
medication?
you know where he is
Can
at the
Mercy
moment?
help?
Not for this medication, unfortunately. It's bad. I picked up something really horrible in Kenya a few years ago, and it requires like a local medicine, and that's what Dead Mendoza gives me every couple of days just to keep me going.
Hey, sure, she's really good. Bedside manner's pretty crappy, but
I did quite a bit of study in pharmacology.
But to answer your question, no. Has anyone seen him? I've not seen him all day.
I can honestly say I've not seen him today.
Like, to be honest, none of us have seen him today.
You are? Yeah, that's true. Can I get people to roll me a spot hidden, please?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is this a good time to mention that, like, the first D&D character I played was a paladin that I misunderstood? Allowed to lie, but my group was very bad about doing things properly, so I learned how to tell a lot of half-truths.
Yeah.
I like this. So, Mr. Hunt, especially, you see like a shimmer around Mr. Larkin.
Hmm.
And you see this.
Ah!
And it's gone. Alejandro, all you see is the shimmer. You don't see anything else.
Oh man, that local
You
medicine really
okay?
do be hitting different.
Yes, the cravings have started to hit. But thank you anyway. Is there anything else that you would like to see? Because as you said, you
I
need
don't have some morphine,
supplies.
but I got some pills.
No, not morphine, unfortunately. It's a local Peruvian
I got some
folk
aspirin.
remedy that tends to reduce the feelings. It's not going to interrupt the expedition anyway at all. It's just
I got some aspirin.
aspirin might
Pour
help.
a bottle of aspirin.
Takes one, takes a bottle, proffered, takes one, and again, just you can hear this because of that freaking hard success. Again, you see. He knows you're lying. And he takes the aspirin, takes a one, says, "Thank you. Receipts at all?"
Yes, I do have a few here. I'm afraid that they might not be the most legible, but passes the receipts for the purchases for today.
Okay. It goes in if you stick around for about 10 minutes, he'll go back to his hotel, gets the money and brings it back to you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you have 10 minutes before he gets back.
Yeah,
which
does anyone else see the weirdness there?
I mean, you would think if he's jonesing for a hard dose of medicine that someone with his type of affliction would think to seek a medical practitioner.
Like he was bleeding blackness from the eyes. You didn't see that?
I would say that no, I did not, but I was also not paying the best attention.
You also didn't hear him say that he knows. Yeah, shimmer and the bleeding blackness from the eyes, and like he knows that we're lying.
Bleeding blackness?
Yeah, like. Yeah.
Are you sure something
when
didn't
you
rattle
get all dolled
your
up for the
head?
night and you get all your makeup, your lady makeup on and whatnot, and then if you have a bad night and you're crying and like your mascara, that.
I'm familiar with the sensation, yes.
Yeah, where like your makeup runs and you got the blackness along. That's what it looked like.
His makeup was. He's not wearing makeup, Jack. I don't think you're making some sense here.
Well, actually, Nurse, the one thing I would note, would it be, assuming the color was the same, Jack, or was it different? As you're saying you saw black, but there are afflictions with from their eyes, right? Would that be somewhat similar to what you witnessed, Mr. Hunt? If, like, assuming the blood was black instead of red?
Oh, I guess. I mean, I'll keep an eye on him if he comes back in, but I mean, his.
Now, before I forget, Alejandro didn't see the bleeding black eyes, but they saw something wasn't completely right. Do you want to say anything, Alejandro, or you're done?
No, he's confused because he's still in shock from the vision from earlier, which he hasn't told anyone about yet.
I mean, we can keep an eye on him, Jack, when he comes back in, but I mean, I feel like we need to try to corral him to have a sit-down conversation about how we will be dealing with personages for the upcoming expedition. It seems like letting this man know that it seems we are being pursued. I mean,
I do believe that might be wise, though I think that given his interaction, it might be wise to continue to plead ignorance about De Mendoza, whether or not he suspects something.
Oh, that's true. Yes. No, I tend not to confess positively to murder.
But the second comment might be, though, that we could tell him that we met another creature that we couldn't explain that's been harassing us, and
it's true. Yes.
And that
no.
We don't have to mention Mendoza at all.
I wouldn't even say another creature. Just say that we'll look into some things. And one of the people that we were speaking to got attacked, and we had to defend them.
That could be a way to do it as well.
Not him, but the other instance where in the house you weren't there, but the three of us were, and it was
Yes. Do we want to mention that we've seen the professor at all? I mean, they seem to have a bit of an antagonistic approach to one another.
Mr. Elias, you've known Larkin for longer than us. I mean, do you think that... What is your opinion on this?
Well, my opinion on this whole situation is we know where we need to go.
Well, we don't.
I would say we get the police to take Larkin away and we take over. Because there's more he's not telling us.
Well,
then who
do we have anything? GM, quick question.
Yep.
Would Sidney know, relatively speaking, how wealthy Larkin is relative to herself?
Yeah, can we get a credit rating for Larkin?
Does he even have a credit rating?
Yes, he does.
Wow.
That's why I'm asking.
I'll also float this idea. Now, Sidney, dear, not to spread dispersions upon your character, but you seem highly able to acquisition goods relatively easy. If we were to say, keep Larkin here and distracted for at least a small period of time, would you be able to maybe make your way to his hotel room, peek around his goods, and see if there are things we can purloin before trying to make a hasty retreat in the next day or so to wherever this pyramid may be?
I could certainly attempt, though what might be safer to ensure for success, because if there are more of these creatures around, if I am breaking into a place, I normally would have to go alone, unless someone else here has experience acquiring goods like I do. But we could, for higher chance of success, wait until...
I got experience buying things in the market.
Pardon?
Okay.
I was going to say, the same was going to be wait until he's taken his medication, and less likely to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, like, Sidney's also trying to keep an eye out to make sure, like, we're assuming we're discussing this before Larkin's even, like, remotely near the hotel.
Yeah. Yep, so you'll find that. And could I get a credit rating check off you, Eon?
Yep.
Yeah, flash them dollar bills.
You know what? Sidney's not going to survive this. I'll spend the 14 luck.
All right.
Write him off.
Yeah, you would understand that Larkin. Actually, you don't need to spend 14. Just spend 4.
Just spend 4? Okay.
That'll get you to his credit rating of 60.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, you understand that. In your areas of interest, you would understand that Larkin does have funds available to him, but where the funds come from, no one knows. They just know that when guides or people need funds, he's pretty much able to get the funds relatively quickly, more quicker than you would normally expect.
Okay.
All right. Could I get some... Who would be looking outside the door waiting right now? Looking out to see when Larkin's coming back. Like you said that you'll actively keep an eye out for Larkin.
Yes.
And I can't remember
Put the missing PC to work.
Well, I mean, Tatiana's still passed out in her bed.
I was going to say,
And-
put the other NPC, like the PCs that aren't here, on lookout duty because we're having this conversation.
All right. Oh no, I actually want one of you to actually make this. So get.
I don't know why you guys keep having me roll. Like,
because I like seeing you fail. It's so much fun. All right. Anyone else who wants to roll a spot? Anyone else wants to run a spot here, then you may.
Phoenix, you or me?
Just.
Or is it anyone?
Anyone can roll it now, because you're all spooked.
What, I seem like we're all like huddled up together, like heads like together, and be like, "Oh, my peeping eyeballs!"
The nosy nurse strikes again.
Let me tell you, I have one. Keeping out forbidden.
And freeze.
Acute care is one of my.
Mm-hmm. Well, you heard none of that. Your connection kept dropping in and out, Cat. Oh, there we go. Oh, is she back?
No, she's frozen.
All right. Don't drop out. Don't drop out. Don't drop out.
We'll keep going.
Okay. Well, what Cat would see, or what the nurse would see, is Larkin speaking to a person who you would have seen before if you're on the shopping trip. Which means that no one knows what's going on, because Cat's the only person who sees this, but Larkin is talking to that person. However, if I noticed that Alejandro didn't roll, so if you want to do a roll and see if you can see this.
Oh, I got a
But it's,
test.
check your with. It doesn't come through on my list at the moment. Are you?
47 out of 60.
Okay, didn't come through on the thing for me. But yeah, so you would actually see, because you're on the shopping trip. You would. There it goes. That was a very, very slow roll.
Oh wow.
So yeah, you would have seen Larkin speaking to the person who gave Mentirosa the mirror.
I probably point that out to Alejandro. I'd be like, "Do you see Larkin over there? Who's he talking to?"
Shopkeeper. She
And at this point, the
has provided
shopkeeper
us.
touches Alejandro, touches Larkin's chest, and he cripples in agony. And he then gets up, and how Larkin would have walked before, like you would have like a not crippling disease, but you would see that it was labored and of a measured step. Larkin looks different now. That you would think is in his prime. And you all now see the black eyes from him.
Oh, good.
And now can you get everyone to roll a sanity check, please?
Absolutely.
Waiting for it to be the ability.
Yep.
I just go.
Because you pointed this out.
Oh yeah, I did that deliberately.
All right,
I'll
MLP, just as a side thing,
yeah,
could you please give me a spare character sheet? Because I have a feeling I'm going to need it very soon, because I have literally failed every roll.
Every
today.
single one of them.
I'll make you a new sheet soon.
Yes.
You can always spend that luck, but not on sanities.
You can't do it on sanity checks. Nope.
Yeah.
Readying my gun under the table.
I mean, depending on how Sydney, how much sanity Sydney loses. Okay, is it just the 1 point?
Just the 1 point. That's fine.
What is it with this?
If Sydney only loses the 1 point, she doesn't necessarily have her gun under the table. She's kind of walking over to. She's about to walk out the door if the storekeeper's still there.
Oh, that's something I need to actually do. I need to roll one for Jackson Elias. Actually, no, Jackson. Yep. Yeah, so I need to do that quickly. Where is
I just look over and I go, "My God, his eyes!"
See, mascara.
I can see why that disturbs you, Jack.
Mascara, told you.
It hasn't looked like it. It looks more fluid than mascara, though.
Have you seen yourself in the mirror after a night out? It looks like mascara. That's normal.
I don't go out very often.
Yeah.
Ian Jackson.
I just imagine you and Jackson just do a little fist bump. But yeah, so Jackson's just looking at it going, now, I don't know, but that does not look right. And then
like
as you're discussing and looking at Mr. Larkin, he looks at you.
Wave.
Could I get everyone to roll a power check, please?
Power!
All right, don't worry. Sydney's not chasing after the NPC.
Oh my God, Eon! Eon!
Look, I'm not being facetious here when I say I need a backup character.
You need to bribe the Roll20 folks. Bad.
Right, just send him a tweet. Be like, what did you guys do to my sheet?
As I've said
now,
before.
do you know what's actually really sad? Almost all of my stats, almost all my rolls are for
Good.
60 or higher, and I can't roll under a 65 today.
As I've said before, and this is not just because we're part of the Roll20 Spotlight program, It's a random number generator.
Yeah,
It's a
I know.
massive random number generator. So if one entire game is failures every single roll, and another game is successes, but it's just every roll resets it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's still
And it's like each
surprised
roll has
that-
independent luck. I know. I've taken a lot of statistics. I'm just going, well.
Nope, you're cursed. I can't. I'm sorry to be the one to tell
It's
you
a
this.
curse.
It's a curse.
Oh, I know I'm cursed. The bad luck is a side
Curse.
issue. I'm not quite Will Wheaton level, but you know.
We're getting there.
All right, so do I have to shoot Sidney? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Please do. I mean, at this point in time, please do. I'm hoping the new character sheet has better luck.
So we all succeed except for Sidney.
Yep.
Just look over. What happens when you go closer to the shopkeep?
Well, the thing is, my question is, and this is just for the keeper, would this be as Larkin's walking towards us? As soon as Sidney has pointed out the shopkeeper, she's moving towards the shopkeeper. So when everybody's having she's walking up the lobby towards.
How much magic points does he have?
Questions
Do
asked.
you want me to check?
I never found this. It's like,
Okay.
I look
The
inside
thing
my heart
is,
every day and I
the-
go, how many magic do I have?
the body of Larkin is frail.
Yep.
So anything that he does is actually at disadvantage.
So would that
body's
give me a
frail, but the
bonus
soul's
die
deep.
to resist, or like I'm just asking, like
For
what's?
for this, yes, because otherwise it's not going to end well.
I mean, that's okay if it doesn't end well. That's still a fail.
I'm
It
so
was better.
sorry.
It was.
It was,
Hey,
and it is a power check, so you can spend 10 luck.
Ah!
Nope.
in the luck.
Why?
Well,
Apparently, you're unlucky enough as it is.
I mean, spending the 10 luck is like I could.
You see,
All right, keeper. Are you saying I should spend the 10 luck? 'Cause I
otherwise
will.
you're going to attack the person directly beside you. For pretty much all he's doing is casting mental suggestion. And mental
Well, who's right
suggestions.
beside me?
well,
I
you stood up
Because
to
he's the
go
one right
out.
beside me right now.
If it's me, you're not gonna win.
Like, I think he's the one right beside me. I'll spend the luck, but pardon? I mean, I'm not going to actually hit the person. We're all good there. I'm just going to fire blindly into the street. Given how I'm rolling.
I'm just saying.
actually no, it
if I'm
won't be
beside you and you're trying to
attacking.
attack me, you're not gonna win.
There we go. I didn't roll. But there'll be MP cost or there'll be enough sanity cost, doesn't really matter. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Sorry. So, as you see,
I did spend the luck, so I'm not sure.
You-
Like,
so
you
you
told me
did
to
spend
spend
the
the
luck?
luck, so I did spend the luck. Yeah, I
Okay.
did spend the luck.
so what you see in front of you right now is
Mhm.
that you hear a voice in your head. Sweet, seductive, telling you, you really want to go to the pyramid. You absolutely want to bring your friends. Why don't you knock your friends out and just bring them with you? And as you're about to reach around and attack the person closest to you, the jostling jostles the table, and a glass of water, or the jug of water's on the table, falls down, hits you on the foot, so you take 1 damage. And that starts you out of the mental suggestion. And as that does, you look up, and then you see Larkin's back to his normal self. The eyes no longer being there, and just back to his.
Fair enough.
back to his normal, forlorn, wayward self. And
Okay.
as that happens, you see the person who gave the shopkeeper who gave Mentirosa and mirror raises an eyebrow in curious dismissal and just walks off.
Sidney's following her. Like, is already like going, excuse me, Mr. Larkin, I'm sorry, that was the shopkeeper I was hoping to speak to. I missed her in the market. Just one moment, please. And Sidney's booking it off after her.
Stay. And grabs you.
Well, I had a ready action. Or
You
I
had
my-
right action.
Yeah, you were loading a pistol under the table for sure.
Do you want to go into combat? Do you want to fire as the hand of luck?
Sidney
Yes.
was just going to go, excuse me,
Yes.
sir, please take your hand off.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we'll do it
Yes.
that way. All right.
Well, I was wanting to
Um,
get my.
Okay, so how many? That was my suggestion was 3 rounds. You called it beforehand, so I would say that you would have had enough time to do a ready shot aimed on Larkin.
Yep.
That means you get bonus dice to that.
Good.
Also, would it be within? No, it's not point blank, so you've actually.
Yep.
No,
No,
but
yeah, give me
Alejandro
one bonus dice.
going to start moving forward because.
Okay.
Did it go?
Wait a few moments. Hopefully, it'll come through. Oh, yeah,
The nurse is.
I mean, you might need that back up.
yeah.
You might not want to clear it and put it back up.
Like,
Oh. Let's see. The second one,
'Cause-
I'm going to spend the 15 luck.
all right. And what's the damage on that?
8.
I just want to point out the optics here if you're just shooting an old man. Our boss, who hasn't paid us yet.
Oh no, he has the money with him. He went to the
Which then
hotel.
means robbing him if we shoot him.
It looks good.
that's fine.
It looks
Yes.
real good, is what I'm hearing.
The optics here.
So
He's also
that's
paid for our
shot
rooms.
1.
Mm-hmm.
Next shot is going to
Yep.
be flat or with penalty.
Because I see none of the
Flat,
things coming
right.
through. So just let me know what the total is once you're all done.
The second roll, because it's aim, not point blank, would be with a penalty die.
It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
But I can roll the penalty. Just to see.
You have to roll a penalty.
Because unfortunately, penalty could mean it'll
Nope.
give you the critical, depending on how badly you rolled.
No,
Mhm.
it was
Okay.
the same. And this
Will be 2 penalty dies if you fire a third time.
Okay.
It's all good. You're gonna shoot Sidney.
Well, technically fine to melee, but we're leaving that today because it.
Well, if,
I don't
if
wanna-
it's
I
targeted
don't wanna
melee, it'll be
kill.
point blank.
Yeah.
So, like, that's
Yeah.
where it gets messy.
That is a
Well,
really big delay from your
I'm-
rolls.
Waiting for my third shot to finally show up.
Well,
Don't throw away
let's
your
deal with the
shot.
first 2.
Well, what was the total damage on the first 2?
The first shot, because I spent the luck, was 8. The second shot was a miss.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, just waiting on the third shot to actually show
That's
up.
right.
There it goes. All right, all but a penalty dice.
Might have to start relying on real dice.
Oh,
Can I please? I will put a camera up.
so 11 damage on the second. The penalty dice was a 0, so still a 24.
With that,
So that's 19 damage.
Yeah, okay. He had hit points of 16.
You just murdered our
As
employer.
as
Murked
Nyarlathotep.
him.
Actually, armor can be slain, but no means. You're very lucky there.
Hey guys, did we just win the campaign?
Very. No.
We took out Nyarlathotep, so like I'm feeling good about us just winning. So like
Yeah, no.
4 episodes instead of 3 years. We're good.
called it quits. Wrap it up. Tell Chaosium we just sped run this bad boy.
Yeah. So that was quite lucky we didn't spend a lot of money on like the overlays and on character art. And, although we did costume up, which is
Yeah.
we'll do a wrap up show next week.
Yeah.
No.
Let you know about the character development, about like kind of what happened, where we
and
were
the
thinking
backstories
our
that you
arcs.
missed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Anyway.
We're not that lucky, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, not that lucky at all.
He's our employer. Now what? Well, sure.
There's a reason Sidney was making the inquiries she was doing.
What just
So
happened?
as you look at Larkin, half the face is blown off. That doesn't stop him though.
Lovely.
Mr. Garcia, that's our boss. What are you doing?
Well,
Seems like she chose right after all. I'll be seeing you later. The cars will be arriving tomorrow, so enjoy your today as you see fit. I will see you later. Tips the hat. And you see pretty much just I didn't actually plan for this, so I didn't actually have the filter set up. So you see this face mangled, and you don't hear it, but you feel it in your head.
Is he still gripping onto Sidney's arm?
Oh no. He will have let go at the first feeling of the gunshot shooting.
He's point blank. Sidney's gonna unload into him.
To our boss.
Okay. Hey, it's under 60.
yeah. It's getting lower every
Alright.
time.
But you're in point blank, so you get a bonus.
Yep.
Oh.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
Oh my god!
I leave hold under. If he's still moving after the first shot, she'll fire again.
Okay. Fire again.
You know how there's fight, flight, and then freeze? Right now, the nurse is frozen. Like, she was just sitting down having a conversation. Then Alejandro stands up beside, blows the noggin off of this man, and then he speaks with no head. And then our archaeologist just goes, bah, 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 bah.
Yep, so that's another 16 damage to him.
So you would actually see an arm go off at this point. It's like, do you know how long it takes to grow this back?
Well, let me help you. Let me help you with that, Dio. If you could tell me where you'd like me to shoot instead.
What's the code? I by this stage.
Alejandro's running out of the bar or the hotel now, towards the monster.
At the table, to protect myself and Aveline, and just not knowing what the hell's going on.
I mean, all I know is that this guy went black-eyed, started talking to me in a demonic voice as I went to go talk to a shopkeeper, grabbed me, and is still talking to me with his head ripped open.
You probably flipped the table, and Aveline's just still sitting in the chair.
Mr. Elias, I feel like your suggestion was your assumptions were correct. Would you mind getting out here?
At this point, Larkin lets go, starts muttering under his breath. At this point, Rosa, who's been watching this going, okay, this is new, is going to roll a occult or a mythos check.
Yep.
Anyone else who wants to roll an occult check? Because you hear this.
I mean, I'll give it a
Go for an occult or a mythos. It's going to be horrible.
I know, sorry, I was like, I'll try.
God, what's your...
Unfortunately, that is a fail. I'm not going to spend the 9.
All right.
Hold on.
Good luck.
I will spend 7 luck.
Okay.
I'll spend 7
It
luck for it.
Feels like the air around you is starting to thicken. Like something... When you're in the war, you always had that feeling that something really horribly mentally broken is going to happen relatively soon.
Yeah.
As
the lights
tattoo
in the
stops.
room start to dim and flicker. You feel and know that something's coming in about a minute's time.
Jack, we need to go. We need to go now. We can't stay here now. This place is going to turn into a war zone. It's like gripping your arm like...
I'm not fighting this idea. They're the ones shooting. I'm not.
And at this point, actually,
Willing to
Tatiana walks down the stairs as well, after having recovered from the all-night bender, and looks.
Time to go, Miss Ballerina. Let's go.
And I need to actually get Tatiana to roll a sanity check because this is completely new to her.
Mm-hmm.
That's just mean.
Yes. She's
That's
seen
quite
worse,
fine.
She's seen worse. Yes, she is.
but she'll still
Look,
lose
I'm going to be
once.
honest. She's from Russia. There's a lot of weird myths in Russia she might have seen. This doesn't have to be her first experience.
Oh. But that was a success, so she loses 8-2 on that. Okay.
Would I know of a back way to get out of this hotel? Like usually there's a front entrance and a back.
Oh, there'll
entrance.
be a back entrance out of the kitchen, so
Aveline, you just see her jump up and book it out the back entrance. Like is now leaving, and she doesn't have anywhere that she's planning on going. She's just going not here.
I've got no problems with doing the same thing, but I'll grab Miss Ballerina on the way out.
I can just imagine Jack can't just pick up Ballerina and just carry her like a football.
Go,
Oh, no,
go!
I'll get shot if I do that.
You don't walk up with a gun. Come on.
She's dangerous.
Green.
Okay. That's that round done. So you're all pretty much booking it. Oh,
I
there it
booked
goes.
it.
I have.
Oh.
Yeah, that was expected.
Yep. Well, do you want to take our break now as everyone's trying to run out of the thing?
Yep, we'll do that, and we'll be back shortly. Yeah, I didn't expect that. I'm supposed to be the gun shooty person, not everybody
Hey,
else.
look! I found all his rolls.
So,
All right. Well, with that, we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time. Hope you're enjoying this, and we'll be right back
and
soon.
I just found the combat scene for confronting Larkin.
Yep.
So, I was a bit like thrown off about what was going on, so audio wasn't matching this atmosphere.
That's all right.
We'll be back.
I wasn't expecting to go where it was, so see you in
Sure,
about 10
keeper was too.
minutes.
I blame them.
Well, yeah.
Back soon.
Bye.
And we're back.
Yeah, this has gone completely sideways from what I expected.
So, are we going to lose another character this week? Or
Another
two?
character?
Probably.
Or maybe three? Which side of the party is going to die? Or go
We
insane?
don't know yet. Now,
Choose.
I was discussing this earlier on during the break, but if we went back maybe like 2 hours, you would have seen Tatiana have gone into everybody's rooms to pick up all your luggage.
Flashback scene.
It's flashback scene.
Toodaloo.
Tatiana would have packed up all your equipment from the rooms because she thought she slept in for 2 days, as she's done before, and thought this was the morning of going away. So she was doing everyone a favor, looking after her inebriated state and packing up all the equipment and putting it out the back. And would have seen a car which... Alejandro, would the license plate or something on the car recognize it as your car?
It would probably be like Ixchel. So no, not necessarily recognizable to her.
Okay. She would have talked.
She was too drunk to remember it.
She talked to the valet. Says, is there a car belonging here to one of my party members? A short-term man than me, which is very rare. And the valet would have passed it through to the correct car, and since you would have left the keys with the valet,
yep,
would have packed the car for you. So you've got all your equipment there. So that's fine. You're all good there. Okay, so, and as you start to run towards the back of the back hotel to get to the parking lot, Tatiana is taken with everybody. Same with Rosa. Oh, sorry, Mentirosa. And we come back to scene as the body of Larkin, shambling towards you, is unpossessed. And as the black tears rain down the face, disappears, the body just slumps to the ground. Jackson is in the car with everybody, goes, well, that was unexpected. And we're only day 2 of this expedition. How much fun.
Well, that could have been much worse.
Or much better. Either way.
Oh, most definitely.
Either way, we need equipment and supplies now.
Sidney's...
We are running a little bit faster per schedule, so I know someone in Puno that could possibly help.
Most definitely, but we do still have a little bit of business here, unless you would like us to leave immediately. Depends on...
Jackson looks at you, looks at the body, and just...
Sidney looks at the body, shrugs, and goes, there are ways of dealing with... Depend on your preference, of course.
It was taken over once. What's to say it's not going to be taken over again?
A lot of fire.
Okay, if you want to set the body on fire... Karsh, Mike.
Karsh,
no, I'm not muted. I'm just miming hotel. You're not putting the body in the hotel.
Aveline is in fact a track star, and she's booked it.
Oh, at this point, you would have made your way to the parking lot to get into the car.
Sidney's basically looking what everybody else is doing, because if they're ready to go, she'll go.
Sidney, go.
Okay. Sidney, can I take some quick moment to get the money out of his pockets that he owed us?
Quick, rob him!
Loot the body!
Murder hobos! Murder hobos!
Someone got to do it. Someone got to do it, and I'm glad that you're here.
You own all the items in the game.
So true. It's so true.
I have tried multiple non-violent solutions, and every time it has turned into a monster trying to kill me.
You gotta work on that.
I want to be a dick. I really want to be a dick.
A check.
Roll.
But I'm actually roll me a spot hidden to find the money bag.
But MLP, roll to be a dick.
And keepers don't get luck.
Oh, the one time she succeeds.
You find the money. You find the money bag, and actually has more money than you expected. It is a rather nice sum. Unfortunately, some of the funds in it is golden coins and other collectibles that sort of resembles what Larkin had earlier, up to and including the cup and the pendant that he showed you earlier.
Sidney basically pockets everything but the
Everything
cup
but
and
the what?
pendant right now. Offers them to Alejandro. Everything but the cup and the pendant, and
Yep,
offers
cool.
the 2 artifacts to Alejandro.
Okay, and you rush into the car. Everyone's into the car. It's a very tight squeeze, and you book it, as it were. So your options are either go to Alejandro's house to recover and recoup, or you pretty much book it to Puno.
Uno. Right now, we have a lead on that. I say we keep moving forward while we have an opportunity.
But we do not have the same supplies. Surely we can contact Larkin suppliers and simply take them.
We can do that.
into the-
We can. Mr. Elias speaks up at this point. He's like, I have got the information for Mr. Elias' suppliers. I did the booking, and I can just tell them to, instead of meet us at the hotel, to meet us at Puno.
Wouldn't that be stealing?
No.
It's stealing
are
from a
supplies.
dead man who tried to kill us. I don't think at the moment we have the
Exactly. Let's
the
go back
high
a step.
ground.
We just killed our employer.
Jack, how much were you offered to be paid for this trip?
I don't know. Nursey did all the arrangements. She's the one who dragged me out.
You were offered the contents of the pyramid. I
So
think
no matter what, as long as you go to the pyramid, you would get paid. If we didn't get to the pyramid, you wouldn't get paid. That was the deal you showed up with.
But who's paying for us to go to Egypt?
That's
going to take a long...
Took his wallet. We're okay.
I'll take care of it.
You stole from him as well? You just shot him in the face, and you stole from him.
I shot him in the face. Twice.
I did not shoot him in the face.
Technicalities. Murder is murder.
It only counts as murder if it kills them.
And self-defense is self-defense. If you are attacked by someone...
That's most likely murder. It's not...
It only counts as murder if you kill them.
Again, you just shot him in the face. Pretty sure he's going to be dead.
And he still stood and talked to me.
Can I get a power check, please?
Sure.
Wait for it.
Who's getting a power check? Everybody or... Sounds good.
It's just a little ASMR power.
He keeps closing, so apologies on my delays.
Oh!
The people who failed the power check,
Yeah, one second.
just hearing your heads. I know where you are. I know where you are. I will find you eventually. So run. Run as much as you can. Or come and visit me. Either way, I'll be seeing you soon.
Thank God I didn't fail it.
I think only Jack heard that.
No, Phoenix as well.
No, Alejandro did. Okay.
Which is very thematically is like, so yeah, hearing that, what would Alejandro be feeling right now?
Motivated to get to Como sooner. Since I'm the one driving, that is where we're going.
So
now I only have one question before we leave Lima. Does Alejandro have enough fuel for his car to make it to Puno?
This is where I'm from. I would think I would know where petrol is.
Yeah.
I'm more going if you're going driving into the jungle towards a random village that may or may not.
It's on the edge of Lake City Carve.
That was all I was checking.
At this point, you'd also assume that...
Are we going to be driving or are we going to take a ship?
Alejandro would have understand that you were told you were going to Puno first at your initial meeting to pick up extra supplies, so you would have gone direct. You would have prepped your car at that point to have enough fuel in
Okay.
case the cars don't turn up.
All right. That's all I was checking. That's all Sidney would want to know.
Okay,
Like, what
so-
supplies are we going to need?
Is he highlighted?
Did you
Okay.
at least get my punt gun?
Darn it, we were getting that. We were waiting to talk to Larkin to get it negotiated for. The man was asking for more money than I had on me at the time.
What about my dagger? Did that get? Well, you gave it back to me, but
We did talk about
to-
that before.
How are we going to
We
get
did
it back
talk about that
tomorrow to get it finished? Did you pay the guy?
Well, I did not pay the guy. No, I gave him a tip.
What was the tip? Get payment in advance?
Be kind and good to your mother.
Pardon?
Respect your elders. Yeah. Right.
I mean, I left him about the equivalent of a quarter. No, that's a little bit more than that. I left him $5 as a thank you for being willing to put in a night's rest to make sure that your knife had this carving in it.
This dollar stuff. How much is that in pounds? Pounds, man. How much is it in pounds?
Oh, you do pounds. About 2.5 pounds.
Too much, anyway. I wasn't.
Oh, most
paying for it.
likely.
You did that. You pay for it.
Yep. I didn't pay for it. Larkin did.
That's right. You just stole from a dead man.
I mean, technically it was money he owed me anyway, but yes.
Okay, during all this conversation, can
Sorry.
Okay. Could I get everyone apart from Kat to take the headphones off, please?
No.
It's
Good
Kat's
boy.
turn
You cut
now.
out for me. Was it Karsh? Oh,
No, it's-
Cat. Okay.
It's me.
Do you want the audio to stay the same? The car trip?
No, but give me like an. Can you find me like an Egypt one, please?
Ooh.
Egypt.
Give me something a little.
And you got an extreme success, Cat. Jeez.
Oh, no.
Give me
No,
a little
this is
Arabian
something I've
Night.
wanted to do. It's like as Aveline is listening to all this thing,
I'm
all
like
the
zoned
stress
out. Yeah.
and upset, you're zoned out,
Oh, yeah.
and
I don't know how
Alright.
it's going to sound because I've never played this one before, so good luck.
yes,
Most likely going to
I'm
be
hope-
really, really spooky.
oh yes,
I'm hoping it's Arabian Nights, 100%.
No, this is tunnels in.
yeah. No,
pyramids.
tunnels will work well.
Tunnels will do.
Lost pyramids.
Okay,
1 minute, we zone out.
and you zone out, looking at the way that the as you drive, you're looking out at the jungles of Lima, and as you look out and everything else is happening, you swear you're driving in a desert. Back 5-6 years ago, as you were in the war. And as you keep driving, you remember what happened in Egypt. How somehow you saw something absolutely terrifying to you. And as the car keeps driving off, you stay there. A pyramid being built around you. You walk up to a sarcophagus, as you did earlier. And inside the sarcophagus, as you did before, you reached down and looked at it. As you touched the wraps of it, it looked like a regular mummy at first. Then all of a sudden, the eyes became mouths. Welcome. I'll be seeing you soon. Remember, 5 years hence, you'll be here, looking at the exact same face, and the eyes, which do not exist, will see you. The many faces will come, and the mask will bring you. End of a shock, you wake up.
No!
Headphones on, please. Everyone else, everyone good?
Yes, the freaky eye thing is really getting.
I had fun. I had fun.
I found a tense music.
Yep.
Played into there, but
I would say Aveline, as she was zoning out, her breathing would get faster until she kind of like shook a bit. It was like, no, can't go back in there. No. It is like just like deep breathing, Lamar's breathing, like in the corner of this car, just like.
Are you all right, Miss Baker?
Are you a neighbor?
Yeah,
that's
100%.
I really do have to ask this, Mr. Hunt, but you've already said repeatedly that you've never known Miss Baker to be a lover, correct? You do know how reproduction works.
Well, when a mummy and a daddy love each other very much, no, I'm not going to go into that. You go ask your own parents.
Her eyes would be closed, and she goes, "Where are we right now?"
Peru. Just leaving, I believe, outside of Lima.
She would look out, like open her eyes, look at the outside of the car, like through the car window. Just be like, okay, Peru, love Peru. Peru's great. Really been treating us well.
Roll me a sanity check, please, Kat.
On it. Well,
what I don't understand is when we're going to leave to Egypt.
I don't know how many times we can tell you this, Mr. Hunt, but don't worry. That's other people's problem.
When Jack says Egypt, she flinches a little this time.
Oh, when Egypt was said, you also get waking nightmare, the flash of the pyramid. And because I really want to do this again, because I love being sadistic. And as you actually look at Jack, you see exactly the same thing.
I'll slap him. If I see that, I would slap Jack.
Oh yeah, you see that, and you slap Jack.
Just
slap that Hunt.
Honestly, stop flirting with me again. I told you it's not going to happen.
Slap the eyes back into him.
And for that, you succeed on that roll, so I will give you a D3. So that'll be just divided by 2. So you take 2 sand damage, please.
Ah, that's good. I would be like, all this talk of pyramids is really puts a lot of nerves on edge. And luckily, these are the Peruvian pyramids, completely different. And we are not going to Egypt, Mr. Hunt.
That's not what I signed up for.
Well,
you didn't sign up for anything. You asked her to sign you up.
I didn't. She signed me up without even asking.
I signed you
then
up.
Why did you come along? You could have said that.
Because she asked me to.
I signed you up.
Then you were going along on
the docks.
Cállate los niños.
And for the next however many hours it takes to drive to Puno, the car ride becomes like a giant, not an argument, but if Alejandro could, he'll turn the car around and go back to Puno. Or turn back to Lima.
Alejandro's like, don't turn this car around, still help me.
Basically, I will say that Sidney, after like probably 3 or 4 minutes of normal exchange with Jack, would just go, it enjoys the mud. And turns around and is like completely ignoring that he exists.
Okay. So as it turns into nighttime, we drive into. As it turns
into nighttime. Do you actually poke her? Because she did just shoot the last person that touched her. Like, I'm just really curious.
Fair.
I was the person that drew a weapon on it. He drew back, so we've seen that too.
Okay.
Yep.
So as you eventually get back to Puno and you get to the shores of Lake Titicaca, with everybody, yes, I know, I said Titi. It's nighttime. You pull into the local hotel, and as much as evil and sadistic and wrong Larkin was, he was a good organizer. He actually expected to leave that day. So there's hotel rooms at the hotel waiting for you. And you can drive in and actually get a good sleep. So with the horribleness and visions of what you've seen during the day, the undead corpse of your former employer being animated by a black eye tears, a touch of a shopkeeper to Larkin to actually cause this to him, and the rather high body count that you've had.
Really racking them up. Like,
Yeah, you are. Yeah. But you've only actually killed 2 people. One,
That's
maybe
true.
3 times, but that's beside the point. You're driving to Puno. And I think, what's our current runtime at the moment, Karsh?
We're still a lot. We're still got an hour at least.
Okay, cool. All right, then. All right.
We're not finishing
So,
up now. We're at 2 hour mark right now. No.
Okay, we'll do another hour then. So, all right. So you are all now at Puno. You're in your hotel rooms. Is there anything you'd like to do before you do your rest? And who's in what room where?
Now that
It's
at the bar.
Oh, you're at the bar.
bar.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the bar.
Before Nursey goes into her room, I'll check Aveline's room for heads, just in case, so she doesn't steal any.
Okay, so Alejandro, Aveline.
If Alejandro would let her, Sidney would probably join him at the bar because
For ease of use, would have Rosa and Tatiana have their own room at the hotel. So they're in the same. There are
how many rooms do we have?
4 rooms, and each one of them has 2 beds. So
Sidney would offer to bunk with Aveline.
Yep.
I would definitely want to.
And just to show you, we'll actually move you to the Puno.
Ooh, we got
map.
map.
We got a
yeah.
map.
Oh, and
this is an ominous.
I would have forgotten. You had requested weapons last time, Kat. I believe machete and a machete and a light club. So you would now have those.
Sweet. I'll just
for risky surgery, is it?
For risky surgery.
You want risky surgery? Don't make me.
The club is to knock them out for the anesthetic.
If Jack checks the room for Aveline, while he's checking it, she would wring her hands and be like, "I'm sorry for losing it on you earlier. I didn't mean to slap you. Well, I mean, I did mean to slap you, but I didn't. You didn't look like you for a second, and it freaked me out a little bit. I don't remember the time you had in Egypt, but my time was a bit different.
Were you being shot at?
Stationed there? Well, yes. I mean, we were all being shot at in Egypt.
No, I mean directly being shot at. You were in the nurse's tent. I mean,
no, it's true. I was not directly under fire, but you understand what I'm trying to say. My time in Egypt was a bit different than yours, and it.
I know you were in the medical tent. I was actually being shot at.
Yes. Well, I wasn't always in the tent. There was part of a. Well, never mind that. But Egypt was a bit unsettling. So all the talk of Egypt really, it was getting to me.
So why sign us up to go to Egypt?
I signed us up to go to Peru.
Yes, we're in Peru now, and then we're going to Egypt.
Nope, still in Peru. But I'm sure if you check the local news, you'll learn that yourself. But thank you for checking my room, and I'm sorry for hitting you.
Next time, do I get to hit you back?
You can certainly try. Just remember,
You're gonna
I'm the
stab
one.
me, aren't you?
Yes. I'm.
That's not fair. How can you get to hit me and I can't hit you back?
Again, you certainly can. But
Oh,
I escalate, and someone has to be able to patch you up afterwards.
what about all this women's lib stuff being equal to men? I treat you as an equal. Which
You
means if you
forget,
hit me, I get to hit you back.
and then you just see Aveline like stand up, chin. Go for it then.
No, you're gonna stab me. You just said you will.
Well, there's your answer.
But that's cheating.
I didn't say I played fair.
Women are confusing. You're weird.
All right. While that conversation's going on, we have Alejandro and Sidney is at the bar getting a few drinks.
Sydney's not getting plastered yet, just because she's a little bit worried. But that's possible, and that's going to be possibly what happens at the end of the night.
Yeah, we're on the map now, so you know where everyone is.
Alejandro hasn't made up his mind whether or not he's getting shit-faced, but he is getting his drink on.
Yeah. Sydney's honestly not really talking. She's just more going, the only adage she really has is, don't leave people alone right now. As a note, where is Jackson? Because she would have liked to know that
I'm
before.
just about to grab Jackson's character token.
Okay.
Before you said that, I went, wait, where's Jackson? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If Jackson wasn't coming to the bar with them, she'd have been trying to make sure that...
Oh, no, Jackson's in the bar at the moment, just... with a glass of what we would assume would be whiskey there, going, well, this isn't exactly what I signed up for, but it's definitely going to make an interesting book. That you might have to put the book into fiction instead of non-fiction. This is going to require some rewriting.
I mean, you can always do some edits, but can't say that it's been a boring trip. Oh, sorry.
I don't believe many people would trust your writing if you say that someone was shot in the head twice and kept coming and stabbed and kept moving and died twice and kept coming back. And
I could always name the book. You only die twice.
Aren't we on number 3 then?
At least twice.
Well, you only die twice. But yes, this has not been the most interesting of... This has been a very interesting thing. But yeah, this might open up a few new book ideas for me as well. I might actually call this book The Hungry Dead.
It's an interesting title.
And, yes, it is very interesting. Well, dead people coming back to life, drinking the fat of people to bring to a pyramid, which we're going to feed it to their undead master, the father of maggots. You know, I gotta make this a trilogy book.
Good luck on that, sir, but I do think we have one thing that is a bit of an assumption, unfortunately, given what we saw with Mr. Larkin. I'm not sure I would call this creature undead. I'm whatever this father of maggots is that kept... That... I don't know what we're dealing with here, but that certainly sounds a lot bigger than simply a creature.
We still, from what I've worked out, and at this point you can actually see Jackson reach into his bag, bring out a big giant folio full of yellow post-it notes, photos. It'd be like if a corkboard could be put into a book. This is what this book is. With, like, not string, but just lines going up everywhere. Just Jackson is used to dealing with exposing cults So, having to expose the cults, they have to also track where the cults can go and how people are controlled by cults, usually through fear or through just random other stuff. So Jackson is used to trying to pick this apart, and then Jackson then writes on a piece of white, yellow nosed note paper and says Father of Maggots, puts it in the middle of the book, and then spends the next 5 minutes just trying to sum everything up. And for this, I'm going to make Jackson to roll an EDU roll, because this is putting a lot of the things together. If Sidney or Alejandro, since you're there, are you going to try to help him?
Sidney would.
Okay, so
Sidney's done heists. She's used to organizing.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
I think
organizing.
Alejandro's good at organizing too.
And so if you want, 70. If you want to roll just a D10, and since you're helping, we'll just use it, classify it as bonus dice for both of you.
Nice. The conspiracy board, but it's the conspiracy book. Oh!
Nice.
Look, I can roll one die just fine. That's never been the problem. It's that the tens die is not normally the one I get to roll well.
That's what, an extreme?
That would be an extreme.
Yeah.
That would be.
No, wait, it's extreme is 1/5. That would be 16.
Oh,
it's so it's
that's
like
still
you have
hard.
to spend 4 luck. He could spend 4 luck if he has luck.
Does he have luck? I think he does.
He should.
I'll spend 4 of my luck then.
No. So Jackson, having seen as Sidney comes around, helps put the thing together, Jackson just steps up, takes a moment, and through the glass of whiskey that they've been drinking, a little ring is left around a sketch of a lava. And all of a sudden, the pieces click into place for Jackson. It's like, let's just take it this way. The Carter City use lava to infect hosts. So if the regenerative abilities was linked to the lava, as soon as there wouldn't be a way to multiply their numbers. And okay, we're gonna have to do this quickly. If anyone who wants to roll a spot hidden, please do so. In the hotel.
Oh, in the hotel itself, not in
Oh no, sorry, everywhere. Everyone can roll spot hidden.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, we're being bombed.
Oh man, nosy nurse, come on in.
Nothing. Okay. At the hotel, you don't see anything apart from, again, a mint on your pillow.
Yay!
Not a head this time. However, yes. So you spotted the mint on the pillow, which you could have slept on. Alejandro, as Jackson and Sidney are talking, you don't see much, but you notice the bar is starting to clear out as you're talking about Karsh. Again, you're local, you understand that this is not a forbidden subject, but a subject that makes people nervous, especially in the last few years with the disappearing bodies, which has been happening lately during the was it Spanish flu at this time, or was it I can't remember.
1917.
Spanish flu was just before this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Spanish flu, bodies disappearing, people thought they were being taken by Karsh. So nothing as of yet, but you notice that the mood in the bar changes, and something that a local would understand. So as Jackson is going, but if the maggot was keeping them alive, then how would they increase their number? Because you can only assume that they would only be able to carry one at a time. So whatever's keeping them alive is related to the father of maggots, which is in the pyramid, which is where we're going. And oh my god, we're absolutely stupid. We should go back home. But this is meaningful.
Well, 'cause, 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 I mean, I would assume that there would have to be. Sidney doesn't know to keep her voice down right now, or she not to keep her voice down more than she's already semi-doing, because we are also semi-discussing the murder of the employers. So
Yeah.
But it was more just me.
Right before Sidney starts talking, Alejandro, noticing everyone leaves, goes ahead and takes his head wrap off and just puts it next to him. And so now his mangled face is all on display for a change. You know that this conversation is not very popular. And he just kind of motions around the room.
I will be completely honest. I had not noticed. That is most rude of me. Thank you for pointing it out.
Jackson
We're
also.
alone now.
And okay, sorry. Brain thinking.
Jackson, do you have a map in your little binder thing?
Yes, give me a moment. This is where I go to my maps. Hopefully I actually save the maps. Which I did actually make an actual map handout. But yes, there is a map of let me just check something. Is it
Of Egypt.
You're not there.
No.
I kicked you out of my room. You're in a hallway somewhere. Enjoy that.
No, sorry, you were in the hallway. I was in the room.
No,
So you
no.
actually have a map in front of you, as what Jackson has assumed has been what the potential routes with what they've investigated.
Oh.
So you are
for the sake of spreading information, given that we have things trying to eat us, the ruins should be about here. And he will point out exactly where on the map.
okay, because you are currently here. Actually, I'll do it in a red texter so you can actually see where you are. So you are here, and the ruins are here. So
and
it's about
will point it out.
Yep, it's about a 3-day trek from where you are right now, using cars.
Donkeys.
If I do not survive, or whatever, everyone knows where to go. But the golden bar that Jack?
Sidney would gently flash it in her coat to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like subtly. It has not left Sidney's coat left yet.
Oh. Yeah.
The pyramid has a golden band around it.
Yes.
And it is broken where that belongs.
That is
and
good to know.
That will keep the thing inside of the pyramid.
I hesitate to ask this, but it wouldn't by chance be on the outside of the pyramid, would it?
As Alejandro remembers from
not.
their vision, you actually went under the pyramid. So you actually, better described as you flew over the pyramid, you saw where the location is, you understood where the features were of the area, so you knew where it was, and then the vision went under into the tunnels, and then you saw the pool of fat, the crack, the destroyed ward, and you ended up inside the pyramid, face to face with the gloopy and horrible visage of the Father of Maggots.
There are tunnels underneath the pyramid. So, and the creature is there. But it cannot, I do not believe it can get out, only its servants.
That makes sense, because why would you send, if you had the ability to leave, why would you send other people out to do your dirty work, as it were?
So
would Sidney remember about like the voice whispering to take people to the pyramid from whenever the spell was attempted to be cast on her?
Yes.
Sidney kind of looks around. Well, in the interest of sharing information, I feel this is important for us to know then. Right as Larkin was looking different, there was something that whispered in my head and attempted to get me to attack all of you. And I was broken out of its hold, but it wanted me to bring us to the pyramid, and I feel that we are in a bit of a catch-22 scenario. We cannot stop this if we do not go, but it also wants us to go, so I believe that we are either capable of binding it or freeing it.
Well, if the creature... If it's drones, the Karsh were able to break the seal, they would have.
Yes.
But from what Jack and Aveline said, the bar hurts them. So the only way for the creature to get free is for us to break it open.
Yes.
But the only way for us to stop it is for us to finish the seal. So, no dynamite.
No dynamite.
Dynamite. No.
Sidney didn't even...
Jack, wherever you are, no dynamite.
At this point, can Jack run in? Can walk in?
Yeah, I would have kicked him out. So
yeah.
Oh,
like at
hello,
this
Mr.
point,
Hunt.
you would have noticed everything else, and because I just did that, you all now should have a handout with the Peru map. Right.
Alright.
I'll adjust it later to put the
That would have
information
taken
down.
that would have taken weeks to drive from Lima to Puno.
How?
We redlined it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A montage of the arguments and the talk.
Oh yeah,
Are
no,
we there
you
yet? Are we
the
there yet?
car
Are we
the
there
car
yet?
would have been very ripe by the time we got to Puno.
Does that mean that, can I get some hit points back if we've been traveling for like a week or so?
You can get everyone get their hit points back.
Yeah.
So I turn up in the bar. Look, the girls are acting really weird. Some of them are drunk and others are just girly. What's happening over here? Where
Do
is
you have any
Sidney?
dynamite? Do you have any dynamite?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need some?
Do you have any?
Supply and demand.
No, do you need some?
We
That's
need
a
to
different
not
question.
use them.
No dynamite on this mission. None to bring with us. None for you to have.
Clarify dynamite.
Explosives.
Well, see, that's different from dynamite. Dynamite is an explosive, but it's not the only explosive.
No grenade. No dynamite. No barrels of gunpowder.
Mr. Hunt,
Nothing that makes things go
Gunpowder or
boom.
black powder? Are you specific?
Nothing that makes things go boom.
actually, if I may clarify,
What about
Mr.
the
Garcia.
bullets?
Mr. Hunt, we've discovered that whenever we're going to this temple, should we do something to damage the gold inside of it, we will be dealing with something far worse than just these creatures that are very hard to kill. So, bullets should be fine, but anything with a bigger explosion, you're essentially unlocking a very big monster in a chest.
They're
And it will
daddy.
eat you very quickly.
So like the Kaiser.
Think
Sure,
of it
yes.
as think of it as the Karsh series, Daddy.
Daddy Siri, no.
I
Cannon.
mean, considering that helps them reproduce. It reproduces and creates the new Calasiri directly. Wouldn't that make it the mother?
Doesn't have the same ring to it. Mama Siri? I mean, that's also not bad. That's not. I still stamp a cannon on it. Mama Siri.
Not the mama, not the mama.
Okay. But yes, so explosives, like your punt gun might have been too large to use in this temple, as an example. It potentially would have been. It would not fit in the car.
Are you good with a map, Jack?
Yeah, no.
I think it would be good to at least know.
Guns, stabby things, generally shooting and violence, I'm okay with.
Small amounts of fire, okay. No booms.
I think that's our ballerina friend. She's the pyromaniac.
True.
Yes,
Also,
but
I think she's got a thing with guns too. An unhealthy obsession with guns.
I'm not worried about the gunfire. Guns shouldn't break.
I'm more concerned about the murders going on.
It's Peru.
This is normal. I thought I was running with a rough crowd back in England. Don't tell Nurse I said that. Do not tell Aveline that I was running with a rough crowd back in England. She would beat me silly. Speaking of which, she's threatening to beat me silly anyway. And she won't even allow me to hit her back. Sidney, you're for women's lib, aren't you?
Sidney just looks at you and laughs.
You're for equality. So equality is, if you slap a guy, they can slap you back. That's equality. That's being equal.
What was the reason for you being slapped? Did you cop a field?
Idea. No.
Did you cop a field? Did you make a rude comment? Did you do any of the normal male activities that are told that are not a big deal?
Nothing. But she's
then if she hit you,
to stab me.
I'm going to be honest, Jack. If she slaps you, I have no doubt it'll hurt. I have no doubt it would hurt you. But on the same token, if you hit her, that's going to probably hurt her much more. I can understand the reason she would be less inclined to let you hit her.
But if she hits me, it's only fair to hit back.
Tell you what, once you figure out how we can drive to the Egyptian pyramid from here, I will be more than happy to agree. No, sweetie, we're only driving. There's no boats. So either the pyramids in Peru, or you have to figure out how we drive across the ocean.
We need an amphibious boat?
Maybe an amphibious car if we're driving.
Sorry, car, yeah. All boats.
You almost had them.
I do hate to be the one to remind everyone. You do know that we are sleeping where Larkin put us, right?
Yes.
Evelyn 100% ate the chocolate off the pillow. Couldn't stop me.
Mm-hmm.
A constitution check.
I was tempted.
You can't put booby traps in everything. Sometimes a chocolate mint's a chocolate mint.
No, the keeper can 100% put traps in everything and has been doing so. We are. I said. There's a reason
hello. Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
Just let me have a chocolate mint.
No.
You gained 2 kilograms.
Nah! It all went straight to my hips. Mom always said it would come. My metabolism will catch up with me one day.
Just as everyone remembers that Larkin put us here.
There's only one hotel in this area, so. But Larkin wasn't expecting you to tomorrow.
So we need to leave tomorrow?
The thing that we attacked, it knows where we are going, and it knows where we are.
Yes.
Now, it seemingly wants us to go to the pyramid, but I doubt it needs all of us
No,
to go
I
to
don't
the
think so.
pyramid. So, sleep with your guns?
And at this point,
Yes.
you
What's
actually
gonna be the
hear that a
difference?
slight rain start to come out from outside. Just a little bit of rain. Just a little nice little drizzle.
That's nice.
The sounds of the rain hitting the, not the hot tin roof because it is night, but it's nice and relaxing.
Oh, lovely. Well,
I also recommend moving forward,
mhm.
if you have things that you need, especially starting tomorrow, we'll be pushing it, that you always carry them on you in case we have to run.
Say like a as if you have
With
to go
your
somewhere
boots
quick,
on.
like a go bag.
Sleep with your boots on, Jack.
Why wouldn't you?
Precisely.
If you don't sleep with your boots on, the other men steal them.
Yes.
Some nice boots you got there, boy.
Whatever
That's how it
works.
was in the war. Always sleep with your boots on.
Whatever works for you. But nonetheless, keep everything that you have and that you need on you, lest
Yes.
you don't have it when it's
When we have
time
to-
to run.
Yes.
Because I have a feeling we will be running soon.
I would 100% agree we will likely be. Speaking of, Mr. Garcia, I do have a question. Are you... I'm not one for rifles myself. I'm not very good with them. Are you good with a rifle?
Speaking of keeping his stuff, he kind of stands up, walks to the bench behind him, pulls up a rifle case.
Yep.
Just man.
Sidney reaches into her coat, double checks that it's not loaded before handing it to do the proper safety, and hands him the sawed-off shotgun. You might find this to be useful in close quarters. It's less likely to be knocked away from you than a rifle. And it's a bit, it might be more your speed than a pistol.
He pulls out two 45s.
Yes.
Colt
But-
45. Jesus.
I was
Phoenix, just as
stroking
kind
it.
of a note,
I was
the
stroking
mechanic...
Ali. Just start unloading.
No.
Let's go for it. Okay.
No.
245.
Uh,
I take your 245s from my 245s there. Back up, Derringer. Your turn.
You've got me beat there. I only have 3, Jack. The 30-06 and the 245. Well, technically I had a third one.
Don't
But the Russian has it.
don't have a rifle, but I do have a shotgun. Knives. What about knives? You got knives?
Yes. And my machete.
Machete, bayonet. Switchblade.
Bayonets don't work well in jungle.
They're good for stabbing. Got a switchblade?
No.
Ooh, switchblade's always.
While
nice
you're
with those.
while you're talking about this, Jackson is writing a note to the bartender. The bartender nods and walks out.
What about for fisticuffs? Anything for that?
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting there, but
Yes.
I've just requested a friend of mine to join us that lives in this area, which she shouldn't be too long. It just has to come from the island. But yes, if you are saying what I think you're saying, sleep here tonight and we get moving tomorrow. I see
Yes.
that the truck's already near the hotel for our trip.
Ooh, we got a
So
truck.
if you think that we need to be away sooner rather than later, I think talking to the local Yatari, that's Watiri, a traditional healer, might be advantageous for us.
Alexandra, try these on. I take my gloves off. They might be. They're probably a bit big for you, but the weight in them We put, instead of having brass knuckles, we just put some weights into the gloves for that extra fisticuffs, just in case back in England.
I can't take all of that weight, Jack. My pack is mainly for survival. I have ropes, mountain gear, and things of that nature.
I meant for the combat side.
Anyway, Sidney, you should keep the weapon if you don't have more than the little gun you used.
Sidney has 3 45s now, 45 pistols, and a bandolier flips, and basically, mechanics-wise, I'm trying to hand you the shotgun because she has 35 in rifle. So if you have better rifle, she's like, please actually be the one to kill something at close range because she will miss.
You can still use a rifle in close range.
Alright. Well, he'll take the shotgun and he'll start strapping it to the side of his pack.
Yep. I mean, if you were going to do that, she might just keep it in her coat if you weren't going to use it. Like, if you're going to refuse it, she'll keep it, but...
No, he's going to strap it to his pack.
Okay, sounds good.
What about the girls?
We can ask them what they need.
I'm sure Tatiana will want any weapon she can get her hands on.
She has a gun. I might give her a few more clips. The nurse, I gave her weapon. She had requested some more things for close combat. And
not more.
DeRosa, the Magnificent, DeRosa asked for more ammunition for her gun. She felt satisfied with just the one.
Well, sometimes you only need one, but sometimes that gets taken from you.
Yes.
Nonetheless, just remember that we will be going into the bush.
Yes.
So.
Not the sand?
No.
Jungle
Don't worry,
first. Jungle first.
Oasis.
Jack,
Jungle.
you might know we haven't had the chance to get over the ocean yet. We do have to make it to the coast.
Yeah, we went away from the coast. I don't think
Regardless,
we're on a lake, isn't it?
Regardless of your geographical aptitude, Jack, we're going to be bushwhacking through the jungle.
Bushwhacking.
So
that's a word I know.
So we will be going through the jungle. So whatever weapons you're bringing, you're carrying, along with survival gear, mountain gear, and other things. So I know you were in the military and had to march. All of it's got to go in your pack.
Do we get donkeys?
Right now we are going to be using a truck, but at a certain point, I don't think we'll be able to use the truck.
Then do we get donkeys? Camels?
Probably llama.
What's a llama?
You'll see. I'm sure they're very friendly creatures.
Better than donkeys.
Like a camel?
They spit and bite.
Like
yes, they are very much like camels.
Like a camel. Shot a few of those. Right, if it spits and bites, can I shoot it?
Yeah.
Then you will have to carry whatever it was carrying.
Good point. Good point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Elias,
Is he always like this?
I don't know. I've known him for the same amount of time that you have. You've got to ask Miss Baker. I'd assume yes, though.
Yeah.
Most men generally show their true colors over the first two.
At this point, the bartender walks in with a piece of paper, passes it to Mr. Elias, and says, she's out on a lake, but she won't be visiting us tonight. But I think we shall go and see her before we leave in the morning.
We're going to
as soon as we're all ready, we will go then.
Yeah, as soon as we get all the trucks and everything ready, we shall meet her on the lake with some of her... She's hiding out in plain sight, but I think she might be able to...
No, we're not going to the Lady of the Lake, dear. That's in England.
But I think that listening to what she has to say might be a good idea, especially during the current situation.
I agree.
Alejandro will motion for the bartender to come over.
Yes,
and
sir?
he'll reach in his pocket, pull out $50.
Oof.
I need a case of the highest proof alcohol that you can get me tonight. And just slide the money over.
This boy
The
want
bar-
a party.
Is that for
The
the girls?
bartender looks at the money, looks behind them, gets a box and starts filling it up with whatever's behind the counter, which is higher than 80% proof.
Yep.
That's fine. I don't care.
So, out of curiosity, is this for him to drink, or is this for the throwing and burning purposes?
It's for all of the purposes. For burning outside, burning on the inside, burning on the
Absolutely.
skin.
Disinfectant.
Burning of the soul. Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we place bets on how much Tatiana drinks of that?
Why I think he... Jackson just, at this point, chimes in, he's like, why do you think he paid him $50?
Either way.
Sydney's gonna look at the box, sigh, reach into her own pocket, and say, "Do you have enough to double that?" I have a feeling that otherwise our one friend is going to drink through it all.
She's not going to touch it.
From the hotel room, you just hear this angry Russian voice. Vodka! I asked for the vodka. What is this swill?
As long as we don't tell her it's there, she will not drink it.
Do you have a favorite, Jack?
A favorite Jack? Well, maybe.
No, a favorite drink. No, do you have a favorite drink, Jack?
That's not what you asked, but okay. Yeah.
Right.
Tastes like crap. So I don't like to drink it actually.
All right.
No, I don't. I don't think I do.
All right. Do you have a favorite meal? Maybe the bartender can recommend you something that you might like. We can bring you along something since everyone's going to be busy planning, and you're one of the stronger ones. We're going to be relying on you.
Well,
as
I
we do this trip.
doubt he could cook it. But some kangaroo meat. You did ask.
No. Basically, Sydney's going to pause that and go, all right. I'm going to be honest. I've never eaten kangaroo. Is it tough? Is it
It's not
like
bad.
I've had beef? Is it similar to beef in flavor? More like pork? More like chicken? Like what?
Well, it's a red meat,
All right.
and chicken's a white meat.
Yes.
So no,
All right.
it's not like that.
Good. Sydney's going to turn to the bartender and just ask, or actually potentially to like looking over at Jackson, because Jackson's able to help her at least translate. She doesn't want to keep bothering Alejandro. Could you ask the bartender, in case he doesn't know it, like if he has any sort of savory drinks that he knows how to make, or if he has any pre-made?
Oh, I don't take the cocktails. No. Ew. Ew.
Do you prefer wine? What do you normally like to drink?
Not cocktails or beer. I've just told you that.
All right. If you want beer, then we'll take beer. I'm asking what you want me to take for you on the trip, dear. We're going to be miles away from the bar.
Wait, did you just call me dear?
I call everyone dear. Do not let it go to your head.
Just checking. Wait. There's no ring on this finger. No.
At this
With
point,
this
the bartender hears the phone ring, and picks up the phone, waits for a moment, looks over at the people at the bar, and says, "Alejandro,
Mm-hmm.
it's for you."
Take it.
You hear on the other end of the line is Professor Sanchez.
Professore.
Good to see you actually got out of Lima in time. Yeah, you might have some problems when you get back. They found the dead corpse of your employer. What happened?
I shot him in the head twice.
I hate to actually ask this, but why?
Because he was possessed and he was bleeding black from his eyes.
deathly silence for a
Coffee.
few seconds as Professor Sanchez is processing information. Do you think related to the Cat City?
I see.
To the pyramid?
See?
It's worse than we thought.
Yeah.
I was rereading the information about the final confessions of Gaspar Figueroa. You do have the golden ward, haven't you? It wasn't taken from anyone else.
See?
Sydney. If you ask Sydney, she'll show you the board again.
But you already showed it to me, so
Yeah.
Yep.
See?
Good. I'll try to clear it up. I'll just say, I'll talk to my friends in the police, but just be aware that if you come back too soon, there might be uncomfortable questions. All the hotel people remember is that a person walked into the bar and you shot them.
Well, they shot him in the street, but
Placement
the
of the weapon
yes,
is in the hotel, so they knew he was in the hotel. But then again,
they're also the coroner. The Karsh killed him.
yes, that's been written off as a accident with some formaldehyde that was spilt on the person and the acid burnt into their stomach.
That is some impressive formaldehyde.
Did he bathe in
What
it?
can I say? What can we say? We make it good in Peru. It's like our vodka.
Extra spicy formaldehyde.
With the chilies.
But either way, I would. And at this point, Sanchez lapses into. Is it Spanish for Lima?
Yeah, it's still Spanish.
It's still Spanish, but just had to confirm. He drops
Yeah, it's
into
not-
Spanish, and no one else can understand. I think there might be some more Carter City and the police around here, and they're doing what they can to hush it up. Be safe, stay safe, and if Larkin knows where you've been, where you're going, assume other people do as well. See you
Well,
soon.
according to, again, all in Spanish, but
Yep.
according to the red one, the woman in red,
Yep.
she says that Larkin, or the voice of that which within Larkin, told her to bring us all to the pyramid. They want us to go there.
So, either way, you have to go there anyway.
Right?
Stay safe. Do what you can.
Just remember.
Save the heritage as well. If they've been around for as long as they can be, there might be some priceless Peruvian artifacts there, which have maybe been taken from us. The gold, the coin. Do as you see fit.
Yeah.
But any artifact that could be part of our cultural heritage, bring back. The museum will pay a finder's fee, of course, as you know.
We will do what we can, but
Do what you
you
can.
should also
Oh
watch
no!
yourself.
Oh, don't mind me. I've got my family is safe. Me and Rizor are at the museum, and we're hunkered down downstairs. We've got enough stuff down here for a few days, at least a good week. We just tell the other people that we're doing inventory. They know how long it takes us to do inventory.
If you can convince the local authorities that Larkin wanted cremation, that would be good. Maybe a will or some testimony from someone?
Actually,
Since he was not from here.
a lady from the market actually requests, not similar to this, but to be released into her custody. I don't know why, but it was a fair request and it saves the state the cost of another funeral, as we had so many funerals over the last few years.
I would say burn the body and give her the ashes.
I'll make a request to the coroner. New coroner now.
It
Everyone gets promoted, apparently.
Yeah. At least this way, if the body is burned, I don't have to see his face. Or what was left of it again.
Yes. Anyway, stay safe. Do what you can. And good luck.
Gracias, profesor.
Hangs up the phone. And for that, roll, give me a d6 roll, please. You get a couple sanity back.
Oh, look at you getting sanity.
Oof. Nice.
Dang.
There are ways you actually get sanity back, and sometimes it is connections with
Your touchstone.
Yeah, your touchstone. So that is a touchstone moment for Alejandro, because you were called by your touchstone just to make sure you're okay and to let you know what's going on. Okay.
I look to the others. Well, I am now wanted for the murder of Larkin.
That is not surprising. We did unfortunately shoot him in a very public area. I would prefer that he could have attacked us in a more private location.
And the
Afraid it would be
professore,
employer.
believes that there is Garcia in the local law enforcement.
Makes sense.
On the
It would
upside,
explain how.
you didn't
It would
dismember.
explain. True. It would explain how their activities have gone unnoticed.
It is much easier to have people on the inside.
Like in everywhere. Especially in America, but that's...
That's a different issue.
It's a very
I was
different
going
issue,
to-
some I don't want to go back to in a hurry.
Yes. Was the professor... What happened with Larkin's body? Did the professor know?
It's been taken to the new coroner. The old coroner supposedly had an unfortunate accident with extra strong formaldehyde.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
You got eaten.
Did you
I
decide
just-
to take a bath in it?
No, I don't know.
At this point, Jackson just perks up, says, "You make it good here in Peru."
Well known that formaldehyde quality in Peru.
So, Keeper, this might be a
Yes.
question that would get Mr. Hunt mad at Sidney. Does Sidney have any contacts in Peru that could potentially go in to the coroner's office to ensure the body is burned?
What would that be?
I'm guessing like either credit rating or something similar to that.
I would say credit rating because you're making a call to call in the favor.
Basically.
You would know the people to call.
Yeah, she also is willing to pay for the favor, if that at all affects her
Okay,
health.
so give me a credit rating check, please.
Before you make a call, let Alejandro tell you what. Wow.
You know the person. You've worked with this person before. You pick up the phone, you dial an extension.
Well,
you ask.
I would wait. If Alejandro was talking, she would wait to do that until he had talked.
Okay.
But yeah,
I pretty much, for narrative purposes, you pick up the phone call, you call a dry cleaning service,
yes.
and you ask for extra formaldehyde.
Ha! We'll make it good and brew. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
Extra formaldehyde to clean
And I said that will
your
actually
shirt.
mean then that would actually mean the body is burned, right? That's the specific thing she wants done.
Extra.
You know what? Extra formaldehyde
Yeah.
for a shirt for Mr. Larkin.
Yes.
Extra crispy.
And make sure it's ironed well, please.
Oh, of course. The bill to go to normal account?
Oh, absolutely. If you can do it by tomorrow, but if you can do it by early tomorrow, there is a 15% bonus.
Oh, thank you for calling. And we shall see you again soon, hopefully.
Yes.
Payment within 30 days, please.
Absolutely, dear.
Lovely. And Jackson Elias just raises an eyebrow of curiosity, and then just goes, "You're an interesting one, Miss Tyson."
So what just happened?
Oh, I was calling to make sure that I had some things taken care of since we left in a hurry, and I just wanted to make sure that whenever I arrived, there were less problems. I was calling in some favors and hoping that I would not be bothered when I stopped back in Italy. I do like the city; it's very pretty. Yes, I was calling in a favor to a friend. Don't worry about it.
Oh, weird.
Yes, incredibly so.
No, I'm gonna.
You're only just noticing this.
I'm just gonna go wake up Nursey.
Why are you going to wake her up?
Try to wake me
I'm
up.
going to be heading back to the room soon.
Two reasons really. One, it's fun. Two, that idea about having this like emergency bag might be a good idea to get set up before going back to sleep.
All right, I was going to tell her when I went back to my room, when I went back to our room. But if you'd like to,
if you want to
if you want to go wake up the Nursey for some fun, that's between you and her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to know about this.
Could you please leave a little sign on the door? If you leave a little sign on the door, if you're going to do so, because I'd like to know before I come.
Like a sock. Put a sock on the doorknob.
Why would you put a sock on the doorknob?
So that I know not to come in while you're there.
Why?
I think in Australia it's a kangaroo on the door.
Oh, yes. Or would it be a wombat?
More of a platypus?
Oh, weird.
If there's a platypus on the door, doesn't that make it oh, never mind.
But things are poisonous now.
Yeah.
Hey. Well, in either event.
And with a slight happy face and sad face, you see the bartender eventually finishes packing up pretty much every alcohol bottle in the room and passes off to Alejandro and says, "Yeah, I think this is everything with over 80% proof," and looks behind it, and the bar's pretty much empty. I think I'll be closed tomorrow to actually get more stock, unfortunately.
Well, with my package, I am going to sleep because we all need to get up early.
Do you need a hand carrying that? That looks very heavy.
Sure.
Jack, are you coming back to the room?
Alejandro, bellboy.
Love that.
And at
Is there
this
a
point, at
just
this
kinda curious.
point, you could actually see Tatiana walking out, yelling for vodka
I mean,
out of the hotel. Vodka! Oh, you got the good stuff. Reaching into the...
Sidney does technically have vodka still for her.
Yeah. And if you want to just distract Tatiana with the bottle of vodka, vodka.
Yes, absolutely. I heard. No, it's like, yes, Tatiana, I do remember that. And here you are. You might want to take it back to your room. The bar's closing down for the night.
What was that, Karsh?
I was just going to say, Tatiana, we might need to get out fast at some point because we're probably going to be attacked again. Just reasons. So if you have a bag where you like really important stuff, like your alcoholism, just yeah. Yeah,
I like to
something
put the entirety of my alcoholism in a bag.
Yeah.
And
Important
carry
things
it
like
around with
alcohol,
me.
Did you tell
etc.
Rosa as well, dear?
Yeah.
If she's awake, she doesn't look the. She doesn't. That she doesn't seem the best at the moment. She's been mumbling, "I am not a fraud," under her breath. She seems like she's having a bad dream again.
Of course she's not a fraud. She's the magnificent Mentirosa.
Sorry, Jack, would you mind helping Alejandro? I wouldn't mind going to go check on Rosa, just quickly. She's...
Mm-hmm.
There's hotel staff. I will get them to do that.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
For the sake of expediency, everyone goes to the hotel. You do everything up, and
We're murdered
Sydney.
at night.
Like, I
Sydney's-
guess we can save Sidney interacting until next time.
Oh no! This is where I'm gonna. This is where I'm gonna finish it up. So Sydney enters the room with the Mentirosa, and as long as you've known her for, you know she's never
Several
had
years.
any major skills in. She's good at cold reading a person. She knows how to manipulate, how to control a person through leading conversations. But as you enter the room, this is the first time I've actually seen her levitating.
Well, that's a new trick. When did you learn
that's
that one?
And that's where we'll leave it.
Wasn't the nurse levitating? Are you sure?
No.
No, I've got to spread the torch at
Hey,
this time.
it's like it's not me this time. Nice try. I'm in my room, like I was doing like my nighttime ritual, putting on like some good beauty stuff, like really serum exfoliation, like packing my bag to make sure like all the stuff was in it.
After being woken up again.
No. I wasn't. I never went to sleep. I just kicked you out. I got tired of dealing with you, and I kicked you out of the room. You
There seems to be a
misunderstood.
common trend here. I wonder what
Right.
it is.
You misunderstood. I was like, okay, this is nice. Get out. I need my me time.
I also love that Karsh walked up to Sidney, Alejandro, and Jackson at the bar and was like, "The women are being weird," and Sidney just looks at you like, "Hi, nice to see you too. I was going to buy you a drink, but you know, with that opening line."
Well, they are. Yes, but hi. Welcome to the bar.
You know anything about Larkin's dead body? Yeah, I shot him.
I might know
Multiple
a thing.
times, repeatedly.
I mean, to be fair, Alejandro only shot him twice. When he wouldn't take his hand off of Sidney's arm, she shot him twice.
Yeah, and having the Castilian police might be good, might be bad. We don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
come
bad.
on. It'll be fine. It's not like the Lima police are going to go all across the country to try and track down a group of random foreigners who shot another foreigner.
just like- The nurse will flip on you in an instant. Squeal like a pig. Call me,
Probably.
call me Chuck E. Cheese. I'm a rat. I'll flip on you.
Well, to make MLP happy, I am now half the luck I started the game with.
Woo!
And don't forget, all donations and everything else help our characters. I want to keep them around so I can futz them around a lot more. It's so much fun, especially what I was working on earlier on. I was actually spent a bit of time a couple of days ago working on trying to figure out how I can actually do the kind of evilness that this is.
Let me tell you, those filters
love
are, yeah.
I love this.
I've seen it once elsewhere and had
Yeah.
no idea what they were doing. And it's like, what the hell is going on? But,
Oh yeah, no, it really helps. This is just an experiment to see how it would work. It takes a long time to actually work on the right things.
Yeah.
Especially since it's all dynamic.
I hate it. It's so bad.
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
It's so bad, but I love it.
Hmm.
So, yay. Outros?
Yeah.
MLP.
All right, I am MrLiveProducer. I've been your keeper for this evening, and you continue to surprise me. It's like storyline, characters, window.
Main plot characters killed.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting when I get. So technically, you can see I'm fluff. See of my pants half the time. It's like, all right, we'll work. Okay, that will work. All right, we'll do that, and you've killed him. All right, we'll do this one, and you've killed him. You've shot him,
Maybe
and you killed him.
maybe stop having important NPCs attack us, and they'll live longer. I don't know.
No, technically,
weird thought.
according to the book, it actually outlines what happens if characters die. So I am.
Yep, I know.
I am doing. It's definitely been interesting, and I'm loving every moment of these characters. So I don't want to kill them yet. I want to make them go insane, and then I can kill them.
There you go. I mean,
Like a
you're
true
slowly.
Call of Cthulhu campaign.
Exactly. Or they become the big bad for the next episode. We don't know. Okay. Who's next?
Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. Phoenix.
Oh, me. Okay. I'm Phoenix. I've been your trigger happy Alejandro Garcia this evening. And provider of booze later on in the next episode, I think. If you want to see more of me, I am here or on River's Blood, Your Darkness, and that's it.
Okay. Aeon.
Next.
Hi, I'm Eon. I'm playing Sidney, your, well, somewhat victim this evening due to my own bad luck. And currently, apparently, proprietor of services that are not approved of by the rest of the party. You can find me over on Twitch. I stream on Thursdays at Mountain Standard Time. And yeah, we'll hopefully eventually be also putting some stuff up on YouTube. So stay kind of tuned for that.
YouTubey goodness. Kat.
Hello, I'm Kat, the head proprietor at CestCaitlin. Just to let you know, set your watches. Next Monday, so this upcoming Monday, the 21st. Now, don't shake your head. At 3:30, I'll be streaming. I got a time, I got a date. I'm gonna be the game master, and we're gonna be playing a hack of Lasers and Feelings that I've been sitting on for a hot second, and it's called Hearts and Haunts, where we're gonna my players are all ghosts. It's all based on a D6 system, and they're either going to try to spook away or potentially seduce the interlopers within the haunted mansion that the ghosts reside in. So we'll see what happens. Again, much like you said, players game. So who knows? But I will actually be streaming more than once this month. So ask for content and you shall receive. Sometimes. Once.
I was going to say, like, set your watches. Like, no, you don't follow schedules. But if you're actually running a game, then maybe actually.
I got a real schedule. I got a real one this time.
You have to. You've got players.
It's true.
One day I'll be a real streamer.
Hey!
I'll be a real boy. So, that's actually just before our Guard's Tale, I believe.
Will be.
Yeah. Wait, you left the Guard's Tale because you couldn't make that time slot.
I
mean,
couldn't.
You could now.
I couldn't. I could now. But I am getting a new job soon, so we'll see. We'll see. Talk to me later. Talk to me later.
Please be able to stay in this game. I love futzing with your character. It's so much fun.
Oh yeah, I love hearing this one too. We just had a character death in Guard's Tale this week.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Only
Hi.
one.
Only one. Only one
Yeah.
so far. We also had a companion die the previous. It's getting dangerous. But hi, my name is Karsh Goblin. This is GoblinCaveTV. This is the place that I run things, and this is my respite. And I love role playing. I love doing different games, different styles of role playing. And tomorrow we have possibly.
It can either be either be Saints and Sinners or Extinction Curse. Keep an eye on socials to find out.
I'm not doing Extinction Ghost tomorrow. It's either going to be Saints and Sinners, or we might just do a wrap up of our thoughts of what's been happening with Saints and Sinners. Again, it also might just be Extinction Ghost. But we've been doing a weird 5D, I've been calling it a 5D dungeon from Lorian Ross's mind. We've been playtesting it live, and it's been really, really warped and fun. It is, yeah, like, it's warped. I loved it. So we might be concluding that, or just doing a wrap up, or again, it might end just being Extinction Curse tomorrow. Who knows? So that's what's happening on the channel. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for everything that you do for the channel. Thank you everybody here for turning up and making this a really, even though there's only 4 of us as players plus GM, it was still really fun and really warped. Great role playing. And putting up for my Egypt scrap.
Oh yeah. Your keeper will remember. Keeper has many, many wonderful things in plan for you.
Oh no.
I'm really enjoying playing the Dum Dum. Really, really enjoying it because I can do word play. We're going to be raiding Dice Priori. I believe we've raided them before. They're doing a Monster of the Week through up to episode 40. So the Fairway Monster of the Week is a really nice jump in, jump out campaign anyway, like system. It's great fun. I haven't got to the chance to actually run or play it. I really, really do want to. But that's who we're going to raid. So share the love. Thank you everyone for coming in. Hopefully the audio was okay this week.
That's
and
good.
The special GM effects were not too weird. Because it was weird.
They were the right amount of weird.
I thought.
If you are going to be watching Call of Duty campaign, expect weird.
A little bit. Or a bright green flame. So
Green flame.
thanks everybody. We're going to head off.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.